We're about 2 weeks away from Google's upcoming Pixel launch event, but many significant leaks reveal almost every detail regarding the Pixel 9 series. Pixel leaks are unavoidable. Even when Google moves the release date by 2 months, leaks continue, and we had a number this week. From renderings to marketing videos and more, we know all there is to know about the Pixel 9 series now. So let's review all the recent discoveries. Starting with a basic Pixel 9, we know from rumors that Google will release the 6.3-inch gadget in 4 colors, with the same camera arrangement as the Pixel 8, Tensor G4, and 12 gigs of RAM. The gadget will have matte rails and a glossy glass back, and it is expected to be the cheapest of the lot at €899. The US price has not yet been revealed, but it will likely cost between $599 and $799. The Pixel 8 costs $599 in the United States, but €799 in Europe. Thus, $699 seems probable. The preview also shows Google Gemini and the upcoming feature with AI on the screen. Before presenting the gadget, Google demonstrates its generated text capabilities. One key element disclosed in this teaser is the Pixel Fold's new naming practice, consistent with Google's smartphone range and hardware design decisions. A square camera bump with 2 rows of lenses, a flash, and a microphone replaces the narrower horizontal camera bar from the original Pixel Fold. The bigger camera hump, similar to the Pixel 9 Pro, may impact the device's ability to rest flat on a surface, as seen with the original Pixel Fold and Z Fold. The general appearance of the Pixel 9 Pro Fold is consistent with previous leaks, suggesting that Google intends to make a statement with the second edition of the smartphone. However, the new name, Pixel Fold 2, could have been more straightforward and appealing. Despite this, reports indicate that the Pixel 9 Pro Fold will have more giant screens, quicker processing capabilities, and greater AI functionality to provide a better user experience comparable to the Z Fold 6. The most significant visible alteration is the Pixel Fold 2's form factor, which has shifted away from the previous model's smaller passport-like look in favor of a taller, narrower shape when folded, similar to the OnePlus Open. This modification increases the cover screen size from 5.8 to 6.4 inches, resulting in a more expansive display. A closer look at the device's rear reveals that Google has brought back the porcelain hue with gold accents. The outstanding feature, however, is the revamped camera module, which deviates from the trademark camera bar and is discreetly located in the upper right corner. The big camera bump suggests significant camera improvements. A closer look at the inside screen shows thinner bezels than its predecessor, allowing for a more immersive viewing experience. Additionally, removing the selfie camera from the bezel creates a sleeker appearance. While the inner bezels are not as thin as those on the Z Fold or OnePlus Open, their size is a considerable improvement. So far, I'm delighted with the design we've been provided with, but let's emphasize the remaining hardware components. The Google teaser provided a sneak peek, but the leaks from NCC give a far more complete explanation of the planned changes. With 12 photographs and teardowns accessible, there's a lot to discover. The obsidian colorway and porcelain are back, possibly with another limited edition release. The hinge mechanism seems similar, but leaked photographs indicate that the phone may now open flat, which is a significant improvement. The punch-hole selfie camera is now visible in the upper right corner of the inner display, signaling a departure from its previous location inside the bezel. Whether it will be a static cutout or use under-display technology like Samsung is still being determined. Interestingly, the glossy plastic bezel from the first-generation Pixel Fold is returning. I've noticed that this material is prone to scratches and damage, particularly without bumpers or raised edges. I hope Google has improved durability since my first-generation smartphone's interior bezels haven't aged well. The general style of the design is excellent, and I'm delighted with what's been disclosed thus far. However, I will miss the first-generation Pixel Fold's unusual physical factor, which included a wide inside display perfect for multitasking. Despite its attraction, the initial design needed to be more pocket-friendly and felt too big for one-handed usage. Admittedly, the first-generation Pixel Fold has one of the most incredible cover displays among foldable smartphones. On the contrary, the Pixel Fold 2's thinner shape is projected to be more pocket-friendly and more straightforward to operate with one hand. We'll have to wait until the official release to see how it feels when used. We've previously explored most of the design improvements, but this week we have seen multiple leaks about possible battery and camera enhancements. It's worth noting that Google has not publicly verified any of this information, so everything is still conjecture for the time being. The most recent leak offered specifics concerning the battery, with the Taiwanese NCC stating that the Pixel Fold 2 would feature two batteries, one smaller with 1,183 and one bigger with 3,377, totaling 4,560 milliamps. The NCC leaks also revealed the charging speed, approximately 20.25 watts. When I heard this, my first assumption was that the battery in the Pixel Fold 2 was less than the battery in the first Pixel Fold, which had a 4,727 milliamps capacity. Indeed, it is smaller than the base-level Pixel 9, which is said to have a battery capacity of 4,780 milliamps. Also, charging rates will remain unchanged since the Pixel Fold 1 charges at 21 watts. This leads me to assume that real-world testing will be required to fully grasp the implications of these modifications. Now let's examine the cameras in more depth. While Google has not officially published any details, a new rumor from Android Authority offers insight into the Pixel Fold 2's camera arrangement. The primary camera will retain the Sony IMX787 sensor, which was also used in the original Pixel Fold and the Pixel 7a. The IMX787 sensor is not up to par. It outperformed the Z Fold and did well in blind testing. However, given the projected price tag of more than $1,800, one would anticipate cutting-edge features. Nonetheless, the ultra-wide camera is expected to be updated to the Samsung 3LU sensor with 12 megapixels. The telephoto lens is expected to use the same Samsung first-generation sensor as the Fold 1 and optical image stabilization. Both selfie cameras are expected to use the Samsung 3K1 sensor at 10 megapixels, also seen in S24 handsets. Overall, the camera system is similar to the original Pixel Fold, with considerable enhancements to the ultra-wide and selfie cameras. It is well known that Google's computational photography algorithms and machine learning may improve the performance of outdated camera hardware. The Tensor G4 processor is projected to enhance the characteristics and generate excellent results, even with outdated sensor technology. Despite this, there is doubt regarding the alleged pro-level cameras in the 9 Pro Fold, and this information should be treated cautiously. According to the technical specs, the Pixel Fold 2 will use the Tensor G4 CPU with 16 gigs of RAM, which is the first for a Pixel smartphone. This is consistent with Google's concentration on AI, and it is fair to believe that this setup will successfully enable AI capabilities on the device. The update from Tensor G3 to Tensor G4 is projected to be minor, with continuous collaboration with Samsung for research and improvements in heat management and battery life. Now, the Pixel 9 Fold will be packed with many AI features, just like the Pixel 9, so I'm excited to see what new features they have in store. For those who are excited about the Pixel 9 Fold, we'll go over the full specs, design, and expected pricing to help you decide if it's worth the wait. So subscribe now, and we'll get right into it. So the Pixel 9 Fold will have a 6.24-inch cover display, a 120Hz OLED display covered by Gorilla Glass Victus 2, a resolution of 1080 by 2424, 425 pixels per inch, and a peak brightness of 1800 nits. We also significantly improved the internal folding display with a new 8-inch 120Hz foldable OLED display with a resolution of 2152 by 2076, 374 pixels per inch, and a peak brightness of 1600 nits. Of course, the Pixel 9 Fold has two selfie cameras, one on the cover display and one on the inner display. We're expecting an update to a 10.5 megapixel selfie camera for the cover display, and there are whispers of an under-display camera on the inside. When it comes to the rear cameras, we can expect a 50 megapixel wide angle with multi-zone laser autofocus, dual pixel phase detection autofocus, and optical stabilization, a 48 megapixel ultra-wide with dual pixel phase detection autofocus, and a 48 megapixel telephoto with optical image stabilization and 5x optical zoom. Of course, there is a fourth sensor, we don't know yet, but it's most likely a time-of-flight or temperature sensor. It will be powered by Google's new Tensor G4 chipset, which, although lacking the current Snapdragon processor's raw CPU capability, is nevertheless completely competent and ideal for AI performance. We get 16 gigs of DDR5 RAM and 256, 512, or even 1 terabytes of UFS 4 storage. Of course, we get 5G, Bluetooth 5.3, ultra-wideband, and Wi-Fi 7, and it will launch with the newest version of Android 15. It will be available for roughly $1,800 on August 13th, with the Pixel 9, Pixel 9 Pro, and Pixel 9 Pro XL. Overall, the Pixel 9 Fold is a significant departure from its predecessor, with a considerable boost to the processor and a dramatic redesign. The Pixel Fold 1 had a terrific form factor that I enjoyed using, but the whole design seemed more of a prototype. The Pixel 9 Fold, on the other hand, changes all of that with some modern-looking trimmed-down bezels, and the release will help Google compete in the foldable market. Google is undoubtedly working hard on the software to make it as optimized as possible, which should be much easier with the new aspect ratio. I look forward to seeing the new AI features on the Pixel 9 Fold. Now, one area where Google always shines is on the camera, especially the software side, so we'll get a folding phone that still takes incredible photos and videos. Of course, Google is no good at keeping anything a secret anymore, and leaks are flooding in, so I'm sure we'll have a full unboxing soon enough. Of course, as anything new comes in, I'll be sharing it right away, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a thing. So, what do you think about this competition between Samsung and Apple? Which phone are you more excited about? Let us know in the comments below. Then I will see you in my next video.